In this video, you're going to learn how to make your dance studio be #1 on Google. This video is brought to you by bdanceware.com, where if you're looking for basic dancewear, we have dancewear in 200 plus colors, all of which is handmade in the USA. I'm going to share 6 major tips with you on how to make your dance studio be #1 on Google. The first is Google Maps. It's so important, and people still don't do it in this day and age, which is crazy. Then Yelp. Social media, which you need to add all your dance studios to all the social media. YouTube, on-page SEO, which is something that can seem a little confusing, but I'm going to break it down and make it super easy for you. And it's so important because this is how Google knows what's going on in your page. And lastly, I have a secret technique that it's so important, but almost nobody does it, and it's just crazy. I know for a fact if you use this technique I'm going to give you at the end of the video that you will double, if not triple, the amount of people that go to your website and then end up coming into your dance studio. I'm trying to get a website ranked higher on Google. You're going to hear this term SEO a lot. Well, what is SEO? SEO is short for search engine optimization, which basically just means techniques to getting your website higher up on Google. And it consists primarily of 2 things. One is getting links to your site, and you don't want to just get any links to your site. You don't want to buy one of those Fiverr get 5,000 links to your sites, because that's a scam. That's bad. Google doesn't like to see bad websites linking to your dance studio website. They like to see good websites, websites that actually matter. So try to get the amount of websites linking to your studio organically. Try to ask friends, try to do things like that. Don't ever pay for links. The next is you need to have relevant content on your site, also known as keywords. Keywords are basically things that when people type into Google, you want to rank high for. So for instance, dance studio, if you have a dance studio based website, would be a keyword that you want to have throughout your website. Don't overdo it, make it seem natural, but make sure you include it in there. In fact, if you're a dance studio located in a certain city, you want to make sure to include that city as well as a keyword throughout your website. So the first tip is to add your studio to Google Maps. And in this day and age, being on Google Maps is very, very important. I can't tell you the number of times I've been looking for a business, and if they're not on Google Maps, I end up just going to a different business. And you don't want that to happen to you. You don't want someone to be looking for your dance studio and end up just going somewhere else because they can't find it on their smartphone. But there's another reason that it's so important to be on Google Maps. And let's go over to Google right now and I'll show you why. Okay, so I'm at Google now, and someone searching for a dance studio might type in a word like dance studio. Let's see what happens when I type that in. Well, there's this cool bar at the top, and that's really interesting. All these reflect dance studios close to me. I'm currently in Santa Clarita on Google Maps. So if you're not on Google Maps, you have 0 chance at being in here, which is basically free advertising space. And there's another really important thing here. 2 of these seem to really stand out to me because they have reviews. And let's click on one of these right now, see what happens. Well, that's interesting. These reviews come from Google Maps, from people writing reviews. So if you're not on Google Maps, you have a 0% chance at being at the real #1 spot on Google, which is this top bar. And 2, if you're not on Google Maps, people can't write reviews for you. If you don't have reviews, how do people know how good your website is? And you need to add your dance studio to Google Maps, and you need to ask people that go to your dance studio to go there and review it because it makes your studio look so much better. I'm so much more likely to go to a studio that I already know that 6 people say it's awesome than one where I don't know anything about. Like all these, I have no idea. I have to go there, waste an hour of my time, take a free lesson, or take my kids there. That seems like a waste. So you need to put yourself on Google Maps, and you need to get people to review your studio for you. The next tip I have for you is to add your dance studio to Yelp. This is another extremely important thing that you can't skip out on. Yelp equals social proof. Well, what is social proof? That means that when people search for your website, they see that a bunch of people have already been there and that it's a good studio. We trust other people's reviews. As humans, we're social animals. We know that, hey, if all these people really like it, then it's probably pretty good. So you need to have yourself on Yelp. There's another reason that you need to be on Yelp, and let's go over to Google to see what that is. So now I'm in Google, and I just typed in Dance Studio Santa Clarita, which is the city that I live in. And if you look at the results, the very first result is from Yelp. So if you want to be number one in Google and you're not in Yelp, well, you can't be, because it's it's Yelp that's number one. So let's click over here, and you see it's only studios that have put themselves in Yelp that are now going to be what people search for. So put yourself in Yelp and make sure you get people that actually like you to review your studio. The next tip I have for you is to add your dance studio's website to all the major social media platforms. This includes Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Google+. So Google sees that, hey, wait a minute, this website has a Facebook, a Twitter, an Instagram, a LinkedIn, a Google+, all connected to it, and Google says, well, this is obviously a pretty important website. But it also checks to see how regularly you update all these different social media pages. So if you've never tweeted before and you have a Twitter, it's not really that big of a deal. But if you have 1,000 tweets and 1,000 followers, Google says, well, okay, this website's doing something right. Let's rank it pretty high up there. Another thing is almost nobody creates a Google Plus, and I know it's not the best of all the social media platforms. Almost nobody uses it, but do you know who owns Google Plus? Well, Google obviously, and Google loves Google. So if Google sees that you have a Google Plus and that Google Plus is linked to a website, it's more likely to raise the rank of that website because Google loves Google. So make sure you have a Google Plus, make sure you have all these different social media platforms, and make sure you update them regularly. The next tip I have for you is to start a YouTube channel. YouTube's so very, very important. And when you create and upload videos, make sure you add links in your video description. This way, Google comes in and says, hey, wait a minute, there's all these videos that are hopefully doing decently well, get a bunch of views, whatever, and in all of them they have a link to this website in the description. Well, this website must be pretty important. Let's rank it higher up in Google. There's another big reason that's not often talked about why you need to start a YouTube channel. YouTube's actually the second largest search engine in the world. At first it goes Google, then the second most used is YouTube, and then the third is, I don't know, some other search engine that nobody cares about, probably Bing or something. But not just that, YouTube has about 1,000th as much competition as Google. Everybody and their mom has a website. So you're on Google competing against tons and tons of different websites. But on YouTube, not nearly as many people have a YouTube channel. So create a YouTube channel and make sure that you do your best to put on good content that people are going to want to watch. There's another really important reason why having a YouTube channel is important. And that is, do you know who owns YouTube? Google owns YouTube. And Google loves Google. So if Google sees that, hey, this dance studio has a YouTube channel, well, they're using one of our products. We should probably rank them a little bit higher up on Google too. So make sure you start a YouTube channel and try to put on there good content. It could be whatever you want. It could be videos of you talking about what makes a great dancer. It could be videos of your studio, whatever you think's best. Performances, but make sure you start a YouTube channel. Now let's quickly go over on-page SEO. And on-page SEO is extremely important because it's what tells Google what your website's about. And it's all the stuff that you do on your actual website to make it easier for Google to read it. And this includes things like using keywords. So if you want to rank high when someone types in dance studio, you better have the word dance studio throughout your website. And I recommend using the more specific keywords, the better. Make sure you include the city that your dance studio is in, and if it's an important keyword, you want to put it within an H1 tag. And H1 tags are like the title, and you should have at least one H1 tag, and I don't recommend using too many. One's probably good for an H1 tag on every page of your website, and 2 to 3 H2 tags, which are like the subheadings. So for instance, if I want to rank for Santa Clarita Dance Studio, I would put that in an H1 tag, and that tells Google, hey, wait a minute, this website is mostly about Santa Clarita Dance Studio. The next thing is alt image tags. When Google sees that you have an image on your website, it has no idea what that image is. It can't read the pixels. So you put in the alt image tag exactly what that image is about. So maybe you have a picture of your dance studio. If Google comes there without an alt image tag, it doesn't know what's going on. But if in the alt image tag you put Santa Clarita Dance Studio, it says, oh, well, this is a picture about Santa Clarita Dance Studio, so this whole website must have something to do with that. The next thing is the meta tags and the title tags, which you need to set for every page. And let's go over to Google and I'll show you exactly what this is. So one more important reason to be on Google Maps is Google loves Google, and obviously Google owns Google Maps. So if Google sees that you're on Google Maps, they're more likely to put your studio higher up on the list because it says, hey, well, this dance studio website's obviously really important because it's on Google Maps too, so we should put it higher up on the list. And this whole idea of Google loves Google is something you're going to see a lot, so keep this in mind. Now I'm going to reveal to you the number one tip for not only making your dance studio website higher up on Google, but probably the number one tip for marketing your dance studio online, period. And this is a tip that's almost common sense. In fact, you're going to kick yourself for not thinking of it first. But the sad thing is almost no dance studios online do this. And of the ones that I have seen do it, they double, if not triple, the amount of people that go to their website and end up actually coming into their dance studio to take lessons. So you need to do this tip. Okay, let's reveal it to you right now. The number one secret tip I have for you is to add a video to your homepage. And videos engage users. People want to know what your dance studio is about, and they don't want to do a lot of work to try to figure out what it's about. So a video is perfect because it shows people who you are, what your dance studio is about, and they're going to love it. And they're going to want to come in and take dance lessons. The next thing is that'll make them stay on your webpage for longer because they're sitting there watching the video, and this makes Google happy. When someone goes from Google to a website and stays there for a long time, Google knows that that website's really relevant to what that person just searched for. So they're going to rank that website higher up. Not just that, the longer someone stays on your website, the more likely they are to convert. And study after study has shown that higher page stays, longer page stays, lead to better conversions. And for you, that means more people actually walking into your dance studio and taking lessons. And of course, by having a YouTube video, well, Google loves Google and Google owns YouTube, so that Google's going to rank your site higher up because you have a YouTube video on your site. We made a checklist of everything you need to do for SEO as far as your dance studio's website is concerned, and click here to get that checklist. I really recommend getting it. It's absolutely free, and it'll help you remember everything we went over in these videos, and that way you can look at it and one by one, go over everything and make sure you do it for your dance studio's website. Also, if you're serious about doing SEO for your dance studio's website, I recommend emailing Brittany at bdancewear.com because we do an interview series on our blog, which is totally free. We interview a different dance studio every week, and we write a big article about them, and in that article we post a link from our website to your dance studio's website, which Google loves. So not only is it free awesome press for your dance studio's website, it's a free link. So email Brittany at bdancewear.com so we can do an interview on your dance studio. This video was brought to you by bdancewear.com, and all our dancewear comes in over 200 plus colors. We're able to do this because we hand make everything right here in the USA. In fact, we wait till you order it so we can make sure it's perfect for you. If you click on the screen right now, it'll take you over to the bdancewear.com website so you can see all the amazing dancewear we have to offer. If this video at all was helpful to you, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please click the subscribe button that's on your screen right now because we're going to be giving you tons more content totally for free on how to market your dance studio online. Thanks again for watching this video.